October 7, 1993. Bart was murdered by Bob. Lisa witnessed the scene of his death, was left with severe psychological trauma. No one blamed Lisa for standing frozen in fear. After all, she was just a child at the time. Yet for the past 20 years, Lisa has never been able to forgive herself. Every time she saw her mother crying for missing Bart, the guilt in Lisa's heart would grow infinitely stronger. Time only heals those who want to be healed. Not everyone can make peace with their past. Today, Lisa has graduated from Harvard University and become a renowned criminal psychologist. One day, a familiar figure appeared at her door. It was her old friend Nelson. Once a trouble-making delinquent, he had now transformed into a police officer. Nelson explained that there was a case that required Lisa's help. Lisa agreed to cooperate with the police investigation. However, the complexity of the case far exceeded her expectations. The killer had arranged the victim's body parts at the crime scenes to spell out his own name. Lisa and Nelson examined the scene together and discovered that the victims were people they once knew: Rod, the eldest son of their neighbor Frank, and Martin Prince, the former class president of Springfield Elementary School, had both been murdered in their homes. On the wall were the words,
"Even I can't get inside a mind this deranged. There's only one person who can."
With no other options, Lisa sought help from the criminal mastermind Bob. But Bob provided no meaningful assistance. Instead, he deliberately described in detail how he had murdered Bart years ago.
"That turned poor Bart's head to spaghetti."
This triggered Lisa's deepest fear: the memory of watching her brother die. Back then, after killing Bart, Bob did not flee. Instead, he surrendered himself willingly. As he once said, after fulfilling his dream of killing Bart, he had no desire to live a life on the run. So he turned himself in to enjoy a stable life in prison.
"You're gonna die in that cell, Bob."
Lisa was furious. She believed Bob had never received the punishment he truly deserved. Lisa went to Springfield Cemetery to attend the funerals. There, she suddenly realized something crucial. All the victims were the eldest sons in their families. Only then did she understand the true meaning of the message. Using criminal psychology techniques, symbolic association, and scene reconstruction, Lisa led Nelson to the killer's hideout. Because the surroundings were dangerous, Lisa planned to wait for backup. But Nelson, eager to solve the case, recklessly entered the building alone. His screams forced Lisa to abandon waiting and rush inside. A drop of blood fell from above. Terrified, Lisa ran blindly and stumbled into a room. She was stunned to discover that the room was an exact replica of her own bedroom. The only difference was that the desk was filled with surveillance monitors. As Lisa checked the footage, she was horrified to discover the truth. The killer was herself. Lisa was arrested.
"I can't be the killer! I turned my trauma into healing!"
And sent to a high-security prison. By coincidence, Bob was also ordered to change cells, and his new cellmate was none other than Lisa herself. The truth was devastating. Lisa had already gone insane. 30 years ago, the murder of her brother Bart planted a poisonous seed deep within her heart. No one blamed her for doing nothing that day, but she could never escape her own guilt. She believed it was her fault that Bart died, and she could not reconcile with herself. The fear and guilt from 1993 never faded. 30 years later, in Springfield, a tombstone bore the words, "Died of grief." Lisa blamed herself for her parents' suffering as well. Long-term emotional repression and self-imprisonment gave birth to a second personality within her. This second personality was willing to do anything, even commit murder, just to be sent to the same maximum security prison as Bob and personally avenge her brother Bart. After hearing this story, I was reminded of an Oscar-winning film, Manchester by the Sea. In the film, the father accidentally causes a fire that kills his 3 children. No one blames him. The police declare him innocent. After all, he never wanted the tragedy to happen. Yet guilt and self-blame become a mental prison from which he can never escape. His fate is strikingly similar to Lisa's. No one would blame a father who lost his children. No one would blame a sister who lost her brother. But some people spend their entire lives unable to forgive themselves. The past they desperately try to forget is like a venomous snake hidden in memory. It may strike at any moment, biting deep and forcing them to relive the pain, as if being subjected to 1,000 cuts. No matter how desperately they struggle, the pain only drags them further into the abyss. Everything will pass, but it will never truly get better. So true maturity in adulthood is not about forgetting, but about learning to accept.